So before the video starts, I'd like to give a big thank you to Robert from Better Geiger for sending me all of the add-ons that you will see later in the video. So thank you, Robert. Alright, now let's get right into the video. Hello, Reactor Lab here, and today I will be reviewing the Better Geiger S2L. It starts at $200. It can detect X-rays and gamma rays all the way up to 5 millisieverts per hour, which is pretty good of a range considering how large the crystal is and how sensitive it is. It can be bought with the Faraday bag, the waterproof case, or the test source, but each one of those add-ons will cost an additional $30, but they do either prolong the life of the device, give you something to measure if you don't know where to find something radioactive, or protect the device from a number of different things. Also, every purchase comes with a rubber case for the detector. But now, let's get into the actual detector itself. So, to operate the detector, you simply pick it up and then go to the back cover and place 2 fingers and slide the cover down like that. That is the easiest way I've found to open it. And then you grab 2 AA batteries and you insert them into the detector via the markings, and once the batteries are inserted, you simply place the cover on top of the battery compartment and slide up until you hear a clicking. There. Now it is in place. To put the rubber sleeve on, you simply slide it over the area that has the opening for the radiation. You simply put that and then slide the back part over the back of the detector. Now, to operate the detector, you press the on button, and you can see once it says bettergeiger.com and then the screen flashes on, you can see a few different things. Now, this tells you what alarms are on or off, and it looks like the rate alarm is on. The range right now, the radiation that I'm detecting is normal. It's in microsieverts per hour, and it's at, let's say, 0.1 on average. It's a little bit jumpy because I have it on fast mode, simply to find sources easier. The batteries are okay, as you can see. Now, you can go from microsieverts per hour to millirem per hour, counts per minute, which you can see this is like the natural background radiation that you get. Quite sensitive. Very, very sensitive, actually, which is one of the main things with this device, is how sensitive the S2L is. This will give you a background radiation from around 600 counts per minute to like up to 2,000, depending on where you are. That's at least the readings that I've gotten in my city, just like averages. Then this can go in counts per second, which is very helpful for finding radioactive things and getting more accurate readings. Like as far as count rate goes, it generally stays like around the same area, and you can change a lot of different settings. I'll show you. But this is since powering on. It's been 1.6 minutes. Count rate is 1,000 counts per minute, the average. The microsieverts per hour average has been 0.06, and now the total absorbed dose has been 0.002 microsieverts. And then here it just shows you the conversion. It's a 1 to 10 ratio, so 1 millirem is 10 microsieverts. And this is the all-time, so the device has absorbed 1.6 microsieverts, 0.002 millisieverts, 0.161 millirem, and 0.000 millirem. And then it has that, and then the conversion factor again. And if you want to reset the dose, you simply hold down this button, and then it'll say reset measurement. Press this button to confirm, or press this button to cancel. I want to cancel, so I will press this button and hold it, and canceled it. So now the same numbers are still there. And then last, we have a sleep mode where it's still actively measuring things. The alarm can still go off, but it just has this one flashing light to indicate that the device is still on, but the screen is mostly off. But now let's go back to count for a minute. Now, to turn the sound on and off for the clicking, you simply press the button with the sound icon. As you can hear, very nice sound for the clicks. I think it's quite nice. And if you don't want to hear the clicks, then you simply press that button one more time. Now, to go into the menu, you press this button here, and you can exit the menu by pressing the sound button again, but I want to stay in the menu, and let's say I don't want the alarm to be on while it's on the on portion of the rate alarm, so the dose rate, not total dose, but dose rate. I can turn that on or off with this button. I want it on for now, just for demonstrational purposes. And I can go down, and then let's say I want the alarm to be 5 microsieverts per hour. I can just press the button until it is over the 5, and now it's on 5 microsieverts per hour. It will sound an alarm. Well, let's say I don't want 5, but 500. Well, I go down, and I simply add 2 more zeros, and now it is at 500 microsieverts per hour, although I will keep it on 0.5 microsieverts per hour, so I simply press this button, and then once again, and now it is on 0.5 microsieverts per hour. Now, there is the total absorbed dose alarm, which is currently at 10,000 microsieverts per hour. I want that off, although if I wanted it on, I could just press this button and it's on. But I don't. So next, you can change the base number, same thing as the dose rate. Now, for the smoothing, basically how fast the screen refreshes the numbers, I personally like it on fast and jumpy just to give quicker results for when I'm looking for things, but if I wanted more accurate, slower results or averages over a longer amount of time, I would have it on slow and smooth and balanced. I'm not certain, but I'm pretty sure that's just basically if there's lower levels of radiation, it has slow and smooth, but if it changes quickly, then it goes back up to the fast and jumpy, but I'll just keep it on that for now. Here we see the waterproof case, which this is also shock proof and quite durable actually, but you can see this is already yep, and it looks like the rate alarm has just been set off. To get the rate alarm to stop and continue measurements, you simply hold this button, and now it's back to count per minute. But now, if I take this is going to make the dose rate alarm go off again, because I had it away for a second. As you can hear, that is quite beepy. It's almost a steady whine. Pretty impressive. Honestly, this check source option for people who don't really know how to find radioactive things, or even if you do, it's just a cool thing to add to your collection. I like it a lot. And the waterproof case and Faraday bag, definitely a great option, because it just protects the device from all sorts of different things that could potentially harm the device, so always good to add that. Here, let's see what the microsieverts per hour is. You can see it changes quite quickly, and we're already at 2.5 microsieverts per hour. Actually, we'll call it 3 if we can. Yep, 3 microsieverts per hour average. And also, one thing to be noted, this range thing, if it says danger or high, it's just basically saying if that's your background radiation. As of right now, this is measuring background radiation. The device is now no longer measuring background radiation, though, because there's a source there. So, if this source if I wasn't holding up a source up to it and I was getting background radiation readings like that, I'd be pretty concerned. I'd be looking around, seeing if there is a orphaned source or like some radioactive source near me that I did not know about. So that is what this bottom part here is for. But let me go grab some more samples. So I'm back with my Radiacode 102 and a few more check sources just to get a tough comparison. And you can actually see the background radiation on the S2L, despite the fact that it's $100 less, far more accurate than the Radiacode 102, and can go up to 5 times higher. It's always at least double what this is getting. Like, pretty much always, around double the background radiation detected, because it has a larger crystal inside of it, and that gives it more sensitivity to radiation. Let's start off with a thorium lantern mantle. Here. That's more fair. You can see this is getting like 1,000, oh no, 2,000 almost. And this is getting 560. So if I put this right up against this, the Radiacode 102 gets about 6,000. Yeah, we'll call that 6,000. Now this is going to be loud because of how insanely sensitive this is. And we're at almost 10,000. Instantaneous reaction. We'll call that 9,000. I think 9,000 is a fair reading from that. So, very sensitive. Alright, so I'm back with all 6 of my thorium lantern mantles. We'll put them all in pretty much the same spot. Now, both of them, as you can see, definitely notice something there, but the Radiacode 102 is only getting 1.7 thousand, whereas this is at like 3,000. That's just crazy. And we're at 31,000 if I put them all on. So we'll call that 31,000. Just muted, but... And this, despite the fact that it is way too beta sensitive for my liking, for dose rate measurements and stuff, that's only getting like 17,000. 17,000, pretty good. And now for my uraninite source. Pretty interesting story, actually, how I got this. But, wow. I think this one notices it. Also, some people were saying that it's more sensitive, like, on the front of it. And, I mean, yeah, it definitely notices it, of course, but at the back, I've actually found, at least with my S2L, is, as you can see, yeah, definitely way more sensitive on the back and on the front. Plus, it is in front of the user, so it's just generally better, in my opinion. Let's say 150,000. That's absolutely fair. And I did see it go up to 170,000 for a fraction of a second, but let's press this thing right up against it, and we're getting... But we'll call that... I'd say 95,000 counts per minute looks good. So yeah, very sweet. So, for the price, and for the fact that it is so sensitive, I think that the S2L is easily, like if you're looking for a detector to be extremely sensitive, accurate, and decently high range, the S2L is easily the best thing you can get. This is a great deal, and I would absolutely recommend this to anybody. So yeah, I hope you guys liked that review video and general demonstration of the S2L. Have a great day and a radiant week. I will see you later.